Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome, my dears. Another lecture in the logistic system and transportation and warehousing. And this is regarding the warehousing. So we will move forward now to another point. On this chapter, the stacking and the stacking layout, we'll know what the meaning of the stacking and the stacking layout. So plan the layout of the stack before the goods arrive. You have to plan before your goods arrive. Clean the floor before building a stack. That's another point. Calculate the floor space needs for each foodstuff. If you are you're warehousing and you're storing goods like food stuff, taking into account quantity to be stored, the quantity, the type of the package which you will need, dimensions of the package as well, the height of the stack, how far it's high, the package type, the height of the store. So you'll put all this in consideration when you put your stacks. Width of the stack must be no higher than its width. So it won't be higher than its width. So its width, as example, 20 centimeters. So the higher of it will be 20 centimeters and so on. Make stack layout plan. So as example, if you are receiving rice, put the rice in one place, the wheat in one place. As example, the wheat, the rice, and the flour in one place, and the oil in one place. Rice, maize, wheat, oil, and so on. So make a plan for, don't put them mixed up together. Just devote a place for each one, a specialized place, or assign a place for each of them. Large stores, usually, trucks should not be allowed inside unless the store has been certified as suitable by recognized authority, e.g. as engineer. So don't let the trucks inside, especially in the food stuff thing, when the food with the food stuff. Rather, you can use here as example, we see the maize, the wheat. You leave 1 meter space between stacks and the wall. Don't put the stacks stuck to the wall. You see, like there is a distance here between the stacks and the wall. Just keep this distance between the stack and the wall. And you see here, there is a figure for a manual auto delivering inside the store itself. But this is exceptions because it's not allowed to be inside unless an engineer permits this. So we have here flour, oil, here is flour, oil, milk, oil. This is 5-6 meters. This area is 5-6 meters space for loading. So this you leave 5-6 meters of a space for loading and unloading vehicles in this area for the vehicles to load or unload. You have to leave from 5 into 6 meters space. Here also we have another figure of the design. And look at the things which is probably the same, should be beside each other. Okay. This is another figure of another store. How about the small stores? We're talking here about the big stores. Small stores, as you see, there is no truck inside. But there is no need for aisles wide enough for the trucks. So you don't need, like here, trucks to go inside. No, in the small ones, you just leave 1 meter space also between the stacks and the wall. And there is also an area for the uploading and downloading in between spaces. There should be a space also. There must still be a sufficient room for staff and move on work between stacks. So still there is, but it's not like the large warehouses or the huge warehouses, 5 to 6 meters. No, it is less than this. Okay. The spaces should never be less than you need to walk all the way around every stack. Access space must allow easy loading and unloading too. Lines painted on the floor, those lines showing stack boundary, show the stack boundary, can serve as a guide for leaving enough space when positioning stacks. So these lines, it show me there should be enough space between the stacks itself. And notice that there is 1 meter space from the walls. Different commodities with different packages and different consignments, as example, news and old stacks, must be placed in different stacks. So here we have 25 kilograms, 50 kilograms. This is wheat, 25 kilograms. This wheat, 25 kilograms. This is oil, this is oil, this is maize, 90 kilograms, maize, 50 kilograms. Keep food commodities separate from general stores. So don't put the food beside any other stuff. The food should be alone together in one place. Never store agricultural chemicals such as pesticides and fertilizers or cements where the floor is. So because you cannot put pesticides and you cannot put, as example, any chemicals beside the food stuff, otherwise it will pollute the food stuff in that case. Shipping instructions, numbers of commitments, requests for numbers accompany the consignment from first receipt to final distribution of beneficiary to beneficiaries. Consignment with different SI or CR numbers must be stacked separately. The stacking and the pallets, we also need to know what do we mean by the pallets, and we need to know what the meaning of the stacking. So the stacks should be built on a dunnage. Okay, it protects the food from dampness, allow ventilation and access. So don't put the stacks exactly on the ground, stuck to the ground here. No, should put it on those pellets because it will allow them to be far from the ground if there is flood or anything. If there is flood, then it will not affect about it. And at the same time, it won't be polluted or touched by the moisture or whatever. No, it will be far from the wetness and wet and this is. So if there are too few pellets, then priority should be given to using them for flour and blended food. So in all the cases, when you work, give priority for the pellets, for doing the pellets, for putting the stacks on a pellets. So here is example, round poles, single layer. So this is another kind of stacks of pellets like. This is a kind, and this is the third kind of them. Round pools, like you see, vertical and horizontal together at the right angles. Okay. Dunnage should be leveled. So try to make it level. Don't put it one side high and one side low. Otherwise, everything will fall down. So dunnage should be level. Otherwise, the stack may be unsafe. The stack will be unsafe in this case. So it must be leveled. It must be leveled. Remove projecting nails and splinters. If there are nails like this nail as example, like this nail, try to remove it, don't leave it. or the bottom bags may be torn and food split. Take care also, because these nails might cause this drainage, that it might split from the stack itself. So take care of this point also, because the nails might, so remove the nails from those pellets and from those dunnage. Take it out of it. Any kind of nails, remove it from here. Then it should be put in a positions. Is not leave hazard, like, or you can put it wherever you want. No, you have to allocate positions for it. Place first layer of packages. Stack should be built in an orderly way so that the quantity in a stack can be counted easily. Two examples of layout for stacks with length twice the width. Like, let's see now here. The first layer of package stacks should be built in an ordinary way so that the quantity in a stack can be counted easily. As example, if you will put five stacks above each other, so when you come to count, you will count the fives. So this is 5, 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 5, 5, 25. But you will not count with each stack alone. You will count at the piles, add a bunch together. Two examples of layout of stacks: length twice the width, or length twice the width. So this is the length and this is the width. So the length is twice the width. Are shown below. Here is also the length is twice as the width. This is the width and this is the length. So here is the length. Like we see here, here is the length. And this is the width and this type. Okay. 3 by 10 bags. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here, 3 by 10 bags. This is 3 and this is 10. So there are 30 bags in each layer. There are 30 bags in each layer. An example here, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 layers. Those are 10 layers. So 3 by 10 will give me 30 for each layer. Okay, if you will put about 10 layers above each other, so 30 by 10 will give me 300 stack. The stack should be built up the edge of the dunnage. Look at this picture. The edge, here is the edge of the dunnage. Here it is. So don't put the stack till the middle only and you leave this space. No, don't do this. Just let the stacks be fully on the dunnage itself. Stack should be built to give a firm bonded interlock stack, which will be safe. So try always to put them in a way that it can be bonded to each other. As example here, look at this. You put 1, 2, 3 together, then 2 above them. If you look at this 2, part of this one is controlling over 2 of the previous layer. And this one also is bonded above 2 of the previous. So that fix itself. It can control itself. Nothing will fall. But here, when they are separately without something to hold them together on the next layer, like this one as example, so it might bend and fall. So it must be bonded sticks. Bonded means the upper level is controlling the lower. Each one of them is above 2 of the previous. Each stack here in this level is above 2 stacks on the previous level. That is how it works. Okay. So you can bond them. How you will bond them also? You can put them opposite to each other. Opposite to each other. So like once, this is the first layer. That way. It goes that way. Second layer, it goes that way. Look at this. So those are on the top of this one. Those on the top of this one. Then third layer again will come to like the first layer. Then the fourth layer will come like the second layer. So you will put them like this way. One above one. Then one above one. Then one above one. That way. You see? On the top of each other. And one horizon, one vertical. One horizon, one vertical. Or like cross, like a cross. Looks like a cross. Each layer is a cross of the previous layer. And do the same pattern for all of them. So also keep the pattern correct. Like if, as example, the layer 1, 3, 5, 7 takes one position, 1, 3, 5, 7 takes it. Then 2, 4, 6, 8 will take the vertical or the cross, make a cross with it. Just remember, stack damage and repair packages separately. Any damages in the packages should be repaired separately, like we said this before. We talk about this point. Observe stacking instructions on the packages. Stack oil in tins or bottles right away, or they may leak. Take care of what is leaking and what is dripping and what is splitting. So cure all these problems. Okay, by stitching the stacks or putting a stack inside a stack, like what we said yesterday, a bag inside a bag or a stack inside a stack, or by stitching the stacks itself, that should be fine. Okay, build a stack up to a reasonable height, but there should be space between the stack and the roof of the pyramid. Should be a space between the stack and the roof. Don't stuck it into the roof. Keep a distance between the stack and the roof. This space will also facilitate ventilation. Do not stack too close to the roof so as to reduce the ventilation. So and the seal, leave a place between them. This is a space between stack and the roof. Here's the roof. There must be a place. Don't make it into exactly. No, this is no. And this situation also no. To put it by that way, no. And the beam also. If you are using beams, these are the beams. We call it beams, this one. So don't put on the beam. No. Also, sometimes the height of the stack itself is not preferable to be very high. So make sure of this point. Make sure of this point. Not to be so high to a limit that it collapses or it will go down or it will fall. No, in that case, take care of this point. Try to be fair. Try to be fair and not to reach to this upper limit in tall or in height. No, should be less than this. Also, because if it's very height, all this is heavy weight comes down on this area. So it might lead a cracking and a split of the products which you are saving. Stack cards. What are the stack cards? If we are coming to the recording now, What do you mean by stack card? When construction of the stack commences, a stack card should be opened and attached to the side of the stack in a visible and accessible position. So there must be a stack card for each stack. Unloading. We'll talk now about the unloading. When breaking down a stack, the bags or cartons should be lifted down carefully without throwing or dropping, like we said before. The stack will usually be dismantled in steps from the end. When dispatching packages must be handled as carefully as when they were received. So receive gently and handle gently. Don't throw it. Don't use force. Okay. Cleaning the store. And this is another point, very important point, especially in the food stuff. It must be clean. The store should be kept clean and tidy, both inside and outside, because clean, tidy stores help in the control of the pets and make working conditions better. Okay. Clean outside. The weeds and rubbish provide cover for rats. So remove the weeds, remove the rubbish, because this is a good place for the rats to live. And you don't want rats to come inside your own warehouse. These points are very important. Cleaning schedule. Each day, sweep the floor. Each week, clean the walls and stack sides. Each month, clean the whole store thoroughly. When the store becomes empty, clean the whole store. So you will also clean the store when it is empty. You will also clean the store when it should be empty. So all those are cases to clean your store. Always dispose of the sweeping away from the store. The cleaning sequence of the whole store should be first from the top to the bottom. When you start to clean, clean from the top to the bottom of the store. And second, from the furthest corner inside the store to the doorway. So from the corners into the doorway. So first from the top to the bottom, second from the corners to the doorway. This is how you clean. Clean the roof beams and tops of walls like this area. Like this area, you have to clean it also. When cleaning the whole store, clean roof beams and top of walls. Use plastic sheeting to protect the stacks from falling sweeping. So you can put plastic sheetings like here, put a plastic sheets so that it will prevent the effect of the water, the rain, or whatever. It will prevent all these problems. Keep the walls and the sides of the stack clean. Thoroughly clean wall, floor, joints, and corners. And those also, you have to clean those areas. Don't leave anything. Okay, keep the floor clean always for the storage. Clean doors and doors channels. This is also important. Okay. Those are some points in cleaning or some considerations we should take in cleaning the warehouse. We'll see a video now about warehouse cleaning. Warehouse cleaning, and check out how we can do this physically. Let us see this one. How to clean a warehouse. How to clean a warehouse. Those are the equipments of how to clean the warehouse. I don't see any videos here. Anyhow, COVID-19, this makes like increase the problem and increase the way you need the warehouse to be clean. You need your warehouse to be clean. Okay, so cleaning a warehouse is important because you prevent yourself and you prevent the warehouse from germs and from bacteria and from contamination, everything regarding the warehouse itself. So those are the equipments which is used in cleaning a warehouse. Those are the equipments which is used for cleaning the warehouse. Those are the parts which is used for that purpose. This kind of machines, we all use it in the, we see it in the subway stations, and it's also a source or a good source that is save time, efforts, and money.
Hi, this is Saul with Zero Handling, TMHNC. Today I'm here with the cylindrical rider scrubber. Two common questions I get asked all the time is, when do I plug my machine in and how long will it last on a full battery charge? Simply lift up the seat here. This has an onboard charger. You just plug it in. It'll take about 8 hours to fully charge. Once it's fully charged, with this particular machine, it's got AGM batteries. You could clean about 94,000 square feet per hour. For more information,
so you can clean like 94,000 feet square square feet for 1 hour, and the charging is $8, 8 hours only.
Please contact
and that's
us on our
fine.
website, tmhnc.com.
Okay, so this was one of the one of the scrubbers which is used in cleaning the floors in the warehouses. Anyhow, we'll move on now to our next topic, inspections of stock and the store. How to make the inspections and how to get the defaults units and how to work on that inspection of stocks and the store. So inspect the store and the food stock at least once a week so that prompt action can be taken if there are any problems. Okay. With all commodities, look for physical damaging, straining caused by water or and device evidence of theft. So check out for always. Check out for any problems regarding the walls, regarding beetles and moths, webbing and cocoons. So all those you have to take care of. Damaged by rats, those are damaged by rats and birds and mice and birds. So you have also to figure out how to fix this problem, like stitching those stakes and trying to remove the insects from this area with using sprays or whatever. Split and broken sacks. It's another point. Check for heating by lifting a top bag and feeling the bag below. So put your hand on the bag. Is it hot or not? Because of putting the stakes above each other, that will make it very warm and very hot. And some products might be not, it's not approved for some products to be that hot. You are authorized to do so. You can take samples of the commodities using a sampling. So from time to time, you will do the sampling. And the sampling means you will take some of the products and check out, are they working or no? Are they okay or no? And take the samples from time to time to check it. Is it based on the standards, or there are some problems like you find insects, you find moisture, you find problems. So take a sample, check it, see is it okay, matching with the standards, or there are some deviations or are some problems regarding the production itself, or regarding from the storage system itself. With flour and blended food in paper bags, you should inspect stacks in the same way, but do not take samples with a spear because it will damage the packaging. So look for take samples and look for how it goes with the standards and how it works with the standards itself. Inspect all around the sides of stack. Also listen to insect activity. So check out if there is a voice of insects, roaches, or any kind of insects, then there will be a problem here. So you have to check. So you check from the sides also. You can check from the sides, look from the sides here. Check out if there is any insects and listen carefully. You might listen to an insect's voice or something. Insects usually hide from the lights. So the insects usually hide from the light. Look for them between bags and in the seams and ears. Okay. Here it is, just how to look. At corner, you can push a bag up. Corner, up slightly to look further between bags, because we said the insects usually hide themselves from the lights. The insects do not like the lights. Here is also like inspecting and seeing. At the top of the sack also, he can check the same thing. On the top here, he can check also for if there are any problems regarding the stacks. If there's there are insects between the stacks or no, or between the bags. And because those are very harmful for the products or the goods. Especially in agriculture field, it's very, very hard and very bad. At the top of the stack, lift some bags and look underneath. Look around the base of the stack and underneath the drainage of the insects and sign the rodent attack. Check the dark places using a good torch, So use a torch, the electric light, the flashlight, and like this one, to check everywhere, especially the dark places, because we said that the insects live always in the dark places. Insects live always in the dark places. So check in the dark places. Check for these points also, and try to detect or find out if there is any insects or any kind of troubles that harm or cause negative effects to the your product, especially the goods, the food stuff. Write down what you find. So whatever you find, just register it. Do not forget to record the date. It is a good idea to use inspection report form. So use always inspection report form for that purpose. Use inspection report form for that purpose. If you find anything wrong, what you will do in that case? Deal with it according to the instructions you have been given. If you have an instructions for a specific problem, ask for a guidance. So we will stop here and have a question about it will be an exclusive question here about what did you come to learn from this chapter? What did you come to learn from this chapter? I will leave here about 15 minutes for your answer. For that question. So here we go. This is 210. This is a question now. What did you come to learn from this chapter? What did you come to learn from this chapter? What did you come to learn from this chapter? And I will give you here around 10 to 15 minutes to answer in about 5, 6, 9, 10 lines to answer this, including, of course, how you will unload and download, how you will unload the stacks, what are the precautions which we should take in uploading and downloading, especially in downloading the stacks, how the system should be inside the warehouse. Could you put all the goods together in one place? How far the distance you leave between the walls? How would the space which should be left for the cars and the automobiles and this handling tools to move in between the shelves inside the warehouse? All this, please try to collect these ideas, and I will keep for you here around 10 minutes to return back. And you have also the PowerPoint, and you have the same notes which I'm working from in the D2L. So please work on this question. Should be back like around 10-15 minutes after answering this question, this crucial question. Thank you so much. students, hello. You can enjoy now your break, and we will be back like around 10 minutes, and we will be back. So that's fine. That's okay. Thank you so much. So enjoy your break now, and we will be back around 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you. That is okay. Here we go. Yeah. Thank you so much. Enjoy your break, my dears. Take your time, feel free. Then we will come back after 15 minutes. Stretch yourself, do a cup of coffee, whatever you want to do. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll be back within 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you. Okay, my dear students, we'll come back to the final part 2 of this our lecture, which is a common part for all our work. It's a very common part. We will come to the point that let us share the screen. Our in-class activities. So here we will work on 2 routes here on 2 main questions. Within the upcoming 15 minutes, please complete all your missing questions on D2L. If you are done, please move to the next question below. Again, I'm saying within the upcoming 15 minutes, please complete all your missing questions on the D2L. If you are done, please move to the next question below. So if you did all your in-class activities, nothing is missing in this 15 minutes, then go to the next question. The next question is, write what you came to know today in not less than 15 lines. So what I want you to do is to write what you came to learn today in not less than 15 lines, maybe more. It's preferably to be written, handwritten. And what? Take a picture with your camera, with your cell phone, then paste the answer on the D2L. Again, I would say, if you are done for your first question, please move to question number 2. Question number 2 is an aggregate question, which means that what you came to learn from today's lecture, the main points. By the way, don't focus on one point and leave the others. Try to make a cadence between all the parts of your answer. Don't focus. If I'm telling you to describe a human being, don't focus on the hands and leave the head and the chest and the shoulders and back. No, focus on all equally, on all the parts of the lecture. It's what you came to learn about 15 lines, more or less, it's okay. But I prefer that you write it handwritten, should be handwritten, then take a picture and paste it, copy and paste it to your D2L system. After you write it with your handwritten, because that will fix it more. You won't take it, copy and paste, then we didn't do anything. When you write it down, that's why we are here about 30 minutes in this part or less, because you have to write it down. So this, I will ensure that there is a good feedback today for your work and that you are well done. So please, we will work now on the 2 questions. Don't forget, after you write on an external paper note, any note outside. Then after you finish, take a picture, then copy and paste in its place in the D2L. The question and the D2L. Write the answer, or if you have problems with the D2L, you can send it to me on the chat here. You can send it to me here on the chat. Thank you so much. You have a great day, everybody. Okay, we'll go now for those 2 questions. We'll keep here around 25 minutes. Thank you so much. In class activities, plus what you came to learn about today's lecture. If you are missing any of your activities, work on question 1. If you are done for all the in-class activities, go to question 2. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm here for anyone who need any questions. I'm there for anyone who need any questions. Thank you so much. Also, I will also put the video, I will put the videos also for the students who came late. I will put the videos for the students who came late, so they can watch what we are doing. Thank you. Students who came late, so they can watch, and for you also to remind you with what we came to know today, or what we came to learn today. Let me make it learn. What we came to learn today. what we came to learn today. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm here for any questions. I'm here. Thank you.